Hey everyone, this is David Kern. Today I'm going to be talking about stock splits. So when a company goes public, they offer a certain number of shares to the general public to be bought and sold at a particular price. And as the demand for those shares goes up over time, so does the stock price. When that stock price goes up, what you'll find is that fewer and fewer people can begin to participate in buying and selling that stock. You can imagine at $100 per share, a wide number of people could buy and sell that stock. But if that stock price goes up to $1,000 per share, the number of people that can buy and sell at that price point goes down. And this can present problems for the company in the form of a loss of liquidity. And one of the ways that they can solve this problem or address this problem is that they can perform stock splits. A stock split is when you take one share of the company's stock and you split it up into 2, 3, 5, whatever number of shares. So let me give you an example. If I have one share of stock and it's $100 for that share of stock, and there's a 2-for-1 stock split on that share, instead of having one share of stock at $100, I now get 2 shares of stock at $50 each. So although the quantity of shares that I own went up, the value of the shares actually stayed the same. A 4-to-1 stock split would be if I had one share of stock at $100 and there was a 4-to-1 stock split, I would get 4 shares of stock now at $25 instead of having one share at $100. Apple is probably the best example and the most recent example of a stock split. Back in August of 2020, their stock price was trading at around $500 per share, and they did a 4-for-1 stock split. And so anyone who had one share of Apple before the split, they had one share of $500 worth of Apple. After the stock split, that same person would have 4 shares with each share valued at $125 each. So those are what stock splits are. I'm going to leave you with an analogy here that you can take home with you over the weekend and that may also make you a little bit hungry. But imagine that the number of outstanding shares of a company is represented by a pizza. And each share of that pizza represents one share of stock. So if you take a slice of pizza, that's one share of stock. If you cut it in half, you now have 2 pieces of pizza or 2 shares of stock, but it's the same amount of pizza. That is what a stock split is. So now that I've made you all hungry, go out and grab some pizza tonight for dinner or over the weekend, and we'll talk to you next time.